This caste system is assigned to you even before you were born. It has a lifetime impact, but it doesn't only end in your generation. It goes down to your children, their children, their children, and their children's children. Welcome to my channel. My name is Z, and on this channel I do everything skincare, vlogs, and every other topic that I feel you should be in the know. So today we'll be talking about the caste system that is predominantly practiced within the Igbo culture. That's the eastern part of Nigeria. So as an introduction, I will give you a story to tell you what this whole thing feels like. So a boy and a girl, they found themselves, they loved themselves, and then, like every other relationship, they wanted something long-term and, next level. So they decided to meet their parents to let them know their intentions. They met the guy's parents, the father who is a professor of economics and the mother who is an academic doctor. So they were happy that their son was getting married. Like, who wouldn't be? So next thing, the family decided, oh, we have to do like the normal background checks and everything. So it was time to do the background check, and they carried out some investigation, and they found out that the girl was an Osu. Long story short, that marriage didn't happen for the sole reason that the girl was an Osu. A name she knows nothing about, a history she wasn't there when it was formed, a custom that she's not a party to, a discrimination that shouldn't be meted out to her for the sole fact that she's human and a Nigerian citizen who should be protected by the 1999 Constitution as amended. But did that prevail on her matter? No, it didn't. Who or what is the Osu caste system? The Osu caste system is an ancient practice. It actually predates colonization. It's an ancient practice in Igbo land that discourages the social interaction and marriages with a group of persons called the Osu. It means that you cannot socially interact or have social interactions with these people, and you can't even marry from them. The Osus are meant to marry within themselves, while the freeborns are meant to marry within themselves. So in the Igbo system, traditionally or before its abolition, although it's been abolished, but a lot of people still practice this dehumanizing culture. Within the Igbo sector, you have the Osus and the Wadialas. The Osus are regarded as the slaves, those sacrificed to the gods, those who are not to be interacted with, while the Wadialas refer to the freeborns, the people like the masters themselves. Okay, now you would ask, how can one become an Osu? One, you can become an Osu when you're sacrificed to a deity. When the Igbos were mainly traditionalists, when an arrow means an abomination, occurs in the community, a sort of cleansing is done to appease the gods, right? Yes. So some humans would have to be sacrificed to the gods to be able to cleanse the land. So those people are regarded as Osus. They are the children or the slaves of the deities, and they should not be tampered with. That's one. You can become an Osu by getting married to that person who is an Osu. So when a freeborn gets married to an Osu, she automatically becomes an Osu, and all the children that she would give birth to for that man, their children's children, their grandchildren, are all automatically Osus, as it is said that their blood has been contaminated by that soul relationship of the Wadiala with the Osu person. 3, by association, a Wadiala, a freeborn according to them, as it were, and you have carnal knowledge with an Osu. Automatically, all the children from that affair are all termed Osus, including you as well. Generally, you have the Osu and the Wadialas in Igbo land. Now, from my research as well, I understood that Ume, Oho, Oru, or Omoni are all variants of this same Osu system, as they are all regarded as outcasts. Irrespective of the nomenclature, they are all regarded as outcasts, slaves, or people that should not be interacted with. Now, one will say does this occur in 2020, or does this still thrive in 2020? It would interest you to know that Osu caste system is very pronounced when it comes to the area of marriage. Ordinarily, you might not even find out that someone is an Osu until the person is about to get married, because an Osu cannot marry a Wadiala. That is why that investigation is usually done. So you might not even know that someone, your neighbor or anything, is an Osu until when the issue of marriage comes up within maybe himself, his children, or even their grandchildren. Before a girl or a guy gets married in Igbo land, the normal background check is done. The background check is not even mainly to check on the health implications or the health status of both persons, whether they are HIV positive, whether they have mental disorders in the family, or whether they have their bloods are incompatible, or other health issues that you think should be the paramount issue for them. No, the background check is usually done to be sure that these people are not Osus. So how they do it, they don't come to your compound and knock, hey, are you Osu? No. Your uncle, your auntie, or even your parents will go, your neighbors, your surrounding, your clan. They will ask, please, ndia di otwa, ndia na akpo ndia, how ndi Osu. They will not even outrightly say how ndi Osu. They'll just say ndia na akpo ndia, how ezibo mmadu. That is the nomenclature that will be used. How ezibo mmadu. Ezibo mmadu means, are they good people? Do you understand? So naturally, the other person who is being asked the question will understand that he's being asked whether these people are Osus or Wadiala. So they'll ask, Nna, Onya, or Wezibo Madu. Or Ndia na Ondia. Or Ndia na, we impute the person's family name. I want Wezibo Madu. So that background check is done to be sure that you're neither an Osu, Ome, or all those other variants of the Osu caste system. Now, if you are an Osu, be rest assured that that marriage will not have its way, except you are going to vehemently oppose their opposition. And in 2020, the Igbos are predominantly Christians, most of whom are academically exposed, professors and all. But it will interest you to know that when it comes to this, as it were to them, this sacred tradition of theirs, all those things are dropped on the way, and everyone picks up the cloak of tradition and finds out who is an Osu and who is an Ome. And then you wonder, are we still serving a God who sits in heaven? You wonder whether the 1999 Constitution as amended that declares every citizen of Nigeria equal. Everyone is equal before the eyes of the law. If that Constitution is still being upheld here in Nigeria. It will interest you to know that the abolition of this dehumanizing tradition didn't start today. The fight for the abolishment of the Osu caste system predates back even to the time of His Excellency the late Nnamdi Azikiwe at the Eastern Nigerian House of Assembly in 1956. He stated categorically that the system is devilish and uncharitable to brand any human with a label of inferiority due to the accidents of history. You cannot brand a human being who doesn't even know the origin of what you're talking about, an outcast or a slave, to a deity that he doesn't even serve. The great Chinua Achebe actually described the Osu. I'm going to read. He said, "Our fathers, in their darkness and ignorance, called an innocent man Osu, a thing given to the idols, and therefore he became an outcast, his children and his children's children forever." Like I said at the beginning of this video, this discrimination doesn't end with you. It transcends, it goes from generation to generation. There is nothing that can stop it. The more reason why this discrimination or why this system has to be abolished. Because even children yet unborn are already being punished for something, from some historic accident they know nothing about. His Excellency as well, the late Samu Bakwe, did his best to ensure that this tradition was abolished. In the same vein, the current Obi of Onitsha, His Royal Highness Igwe Nnameka Achebe, has also taken a stand to abolish the Osu caste system in Igbo land. And some traditional rulers have actually abolished this system in their communities. But it will interest you to know that the Igbos are very adamant. I do not understand why you would consider a fellow human an outcast in this 21st century. It is 2020 and nobody should be ostracized or likened to it. A lot of people have embraced Christ. Some people you would know, some people who are even Christians, practicing Christians, but when it comes to that affair, they all throw away the Christian cloak and pick up that other one. The essence of this video is to create the awareness that regardless of the fight to abolish this Osu caste system, which is not only dehumanizing but very discriminatory, for lack of a better word, that within us, within the Igbos, this tradition is still practiced. Yes, this tradition is still practiced. If you think I'm lying, when you're about to get married, if you're a married girl or married guy, tell your parents, they'll tell you that they have to do the background check. That background check is just to find out if the girl or the guy is from an Osu lineage. Nothing more, nothing less. And even with the coming of Jesus Christ and with everything that we are taught with Christianity, anyone who accepts Jesus as Lord and Savior is free and is not to be condemned again. So if as a Christian you are still practicing it, you have to checkmate yourself. If as a Western man you are still practicing it, ask yourself, all the years of academic struggles and everything, is it really worth it? Because in the end, a man in the village is worth better than you who claims to be a doctor in whatever field you're talking about. It is 2020, it is the 21st century. Every man is born free. No one should be discriminated against by some accidents that he knows nothing on in history. Abolishing this system will not only bring about peace, it will also create a sense of belonging for these people, give them a sense of integration with their society, help promote peace and dignity among human beings, and also reduce the level of conflict in our societies. You would wonder that even if the 1999 Constitution states that everybody is equal before the law, that some people should be prosecuted for discriminating against another person, right? But what these laws or what these enactments or what these proclamations have done have, to the best of their abilities, just driven this tradition to the ground, just kept it on low and nobody knows about it, but it's still predominantly practiced among the Igbos. So what most of these Osus do are maybe get married to people from outside. They might not even love the person, but because they don't want that discrimination among themselves, they just get married to someone maybe from another tribe, from another country, from another somewhere. You understand? But this should not be. Every man is born free. Now, what happens to an Osu? One will ask. An Osu, as an Osu, you are kept in a state of a permanent, irreversible disability and subjected to abuse and discrimination. You cannot mingle or get married. As at then, in the Igbo tribe, you can't even go to the market freely. You can't go to the church or go to the streams and all those kind of things. You are referred to as an inferior human, a subhuman to the Wadialas. The Wadialas are here while the Osus are here. That's how bad it got. Now, no man has the monopoly of knowledge. While I still proceed with my research as to why this tradition, which should not be in 2020, is still predominantly practiced in the Igbos, kindly use the comment section to tell me about your experiences, what you've seen, and what you think can be the fastest route to eradicating this tradition. Until I come your way next time, do well to give this video a thumbs up, share, like, and also subscribe to my channel so we stay connected. Thank you, and I love you.